What's going on, Suicide Squatters?
Hi, Brandon.
Good to see you. Hey, David. Hey, Margot. Pleasure to see you all again. Thank you for hanging.
Thank you.
Margot, how many times today have you been asked about Poison Ivy so far?
A couple, but I like that other people are as enthusiastic about this prospect as I am. So
I can imagine. I'm not gonna make you answer a Poison Ivy question, but I will ask like a fantasy future question, because this is your third movie. You've done such awesome work as Harley already, and you're checking all these boxes. So first, I want to hear what kind of is your favorite box that you've gotten to check so far with the Suicide Squad that you didn't get to do before, but also what's a box that's still left unchecked that you do want to get to?
I mean, I really am quite invested in the whole Harley's romantic life. So a box that I did like to check in this one is seeing her try and date new guys, because it's something that I've always enjoyed seeing when it's popped up in the comics, and something I would like to explore, like you said, Poison Ivy. That is a relationship I'd love to see play out on screen.
That's fair. Healthy relationship choices from Harley all the time, always.
Yeah, always.
David, man, a Polka-Dot Man is such a great heart for the film, and in a metaphorical way, like I'm curious if you see this as well, because I feel like I know you're one of us when it comes to being like a super geek and loving this stuff your whole life, and also feeling like sometimes that side of you that you feel like should be a superpower, which could be being smart, being just in love with these characters and having passion about this stuff, can be something that sometimes people make you feel like that's not the coolest way to present yourself. And when you finally do, you realize you're the best version of yourself. Like, do you feel like there's a little bit of a parallel in that?
Absolutely. The coolest self is always the most authentic self, and being the most authentic self that we can be is one of the biggest challenges of being a human being, especially when you live in a society like ours, where you're constantly bombarded with all these ideas and images of what you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to be and what's sexy and what's cool and what's in, and F all of that. Like, you have to find your truest and your most authentic self. And as a storyteller and as an actor, it's so hard, because I feel like I tried at different points to build some kind of exterior made out of aluminum cans persona of whatever BS I thought people would want to see. And I just want to be me. And Abner needs to, come to terms with who he is and accept who he is so that he can live his best life. And big shout out to that killer Dark Knight poster in the back. That's the best one of all of the good ones. Yeah. It's so
dude.
Good.
Totally. Yeah. What do you know about the Dark Knight, man? Now, I do want to ask, because I'm so curious. You finally get to be a part of this big R-rated movie, and I think you're supposed to go back to Ant-Man beyond this, back to PG-13. Is that a weird switch to flip, to either go from comics that are PG-13 and R and then to R, or harder to go back?
Well, I wish unfortunately, with the world of Ant-Man, I honestly, I don't know where I'm going next. Right now, I'm actually working on I think it's an R-rated movie, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. But having come from Ant-Man, a really fun, family-friendly PG movie, to Suicide Squad, the only drawback, I mean, it's awesome that James could go as bonkers as he wanted to go with the violence and the language and all the comedy. But the only the only sad thing about all of that is I have two kids in my house who are so freaking excited about a movie that they are not going to see for about another 6 or 7 years. And they don't know that yet. To them, this is like weeks away, like, Dad's Polka-Dot Man, we're going to see the movie. They don't know. They're not seeing the movie.
I love it. Well,
I was about to say, maybe we could get them an edited version where it's appropriate. And then I was like, that will be like a 6-minute film.
We'll give them the 1 minute cut. I love it. Listen, thank you guys so much for the time. Congrats on being a part of a great film. You guys brought so much to it. Thank you very much.